is right now it's super rampant, voiding warranties like nobody's business. And they're putting a tuner in the system. So if you add a tuner to the bike, other than their tuner, their big thing is the warranty light bulb, this, that, whatever. But if it starts to become expensive or big mechanical stuff, the motor company, which is Harley Davidson Direct, looks at the ECM, they see somebody put a tuner in it, and they instantly call back and say they voided their warranty and your extended warranty. So it's huge.
By the way, Juan Gonzalez is also in this morning. How do we reach you, Juan?
We call us at 805-485-8888 before it's too late. The law offices of Richard Francis and Associates. Good morning. Good morning, Spence.
And definitely remember, folks, leave it up to the experts. Make sure you get the right representation. I got it from you guys. It was a vehicle, it was a car, but you guys just totally started. I had 3 insurance companies all coming at me, and I'm like, you know what, guys? You're over my head. I'm going to switch over, and suddenly everything worked.
Yeah, you didn't have to worry about it anymore, right?
I didn't make another phone
Just
call.
go to the doctor, make your
Everything was
appointments, and
great.
that was it.
Everything was wonderful.
Exactly.
Back to warranties.
Back to warranties.
Here's the deal.
You talk
Warranties.
too much, Juan.
Warranties are really funny things because they're really good and really neat, just like insurance. But then when you want to go to it, a lot of times that's when you get pushback. So they kind of sell you on the warranty in many things. And then when you go to get the warranty benefit, it seems like many people try to find every which way they can to battle against your right.
Well, it's almost like that with the insurance. He talks about all the time. You need an attorney because the insurance company wants to fight you on paying you what your due is. And the motor company's kind of doing the same thing. We just saw something the other day that a gentleman had a brand new Harley Davidson motorcycle, took it in to get it serviced and said, oh, by the way, the shift shaft seal is leaking. And they're like, yeah, we'll cover that under warranty. But it's a pretty lengthy process to fix it on a touring motorcycle. And he went to pick up his bike, and guess what? They charged him $850 to fix it, and they voided his warranty because they found out he had downloaded into his ECM a tuner, and it was that quick. You know?
See, I don't understand how they do that because you have to authorize work like that. If you walk in there with your warranty documentation, and it's normally a $50 deductible, for them to come back and tell you, hey, this is what we're going to charge you. You may have some legal issues there too, but I think the warranties that people are purchasing now are different than what we purchased a couple of years ago. So
they have changed.
But that's another great point.
Or the way they're enforced.
What is the warranty that you automatically get with the bike? And then there's, in a lot of manufacturers, they say, hey, if that warranty isn't enough for you and you don't feel safe, you can get, car manufacturers do it. It seems like everybody does. So you get the warranty, and then you get, even when you go to Best Buy, for crying out loud, you buy a TV, then they say, if you really want to be careful, and they're selling you this for one reason, to make money.
Yeah.
They're doing it to increase their profits. So what is the real warranty on the vehicle or the parts, and then the warranty that you buy afterwards?
Well, at first I got to say that I don't work for the dealership or anything like that. I'm an independent.
You're an independent dealer.
But with that being said, I've owned several Harleys. They have basically, when you purchase it, it's a bumper to bumper coverage for 2 years, unlimited miles. And then they sell you an extended warranty. And the ironic thing is with an extended warranty, they say a lot of times it's the worst thing you could buy. It's a waste of money. But now with the technology, with CAN bus and a lot of electronics they're running on the Harleys, it's a good thing to have. Because what we've found over the years, because we've been doing this for definitely a few weeks, is the fact that the 2 years of unlimited mileage, most people really don't ride their motorcycles that much for it to become a warranty issue. So really you want to have that extended warranty. So once you start putting 20, 30,000 miles on it, there's going to be a handful of things that are going to start rearing their heads and things of that nature that you're definitely going to want to have the coverage because it's very expensive. So it's definitely a good thing. When people come in with a 17 or newer, I tell them, so you get an extended warranty, no, you better go buy one, because there's been some things that are happening with the motorcycles that, they're trying to avoid fixing. And definitely when you get out of the 2 years, you're going to want to have it because we're talking thousands of dollars to fix, like the oil pump issue they have on the 17s. Allegedly, it's fixed in 19, but there are not that many out of them out there, or people putting enough miles on them for being issued.
What a great point, too, because the sneak on all this is many people are pleasure riders. They go out on a Saturday and Sunday, so even if they're riding a lot, 200 miles per week, it's you'll be to the end and say, hey, everything's cool, but that warranty's out, and you've really not put many miles on it to challenge it.
We've
challenge
seen
the
that.
vehicle.
I mean, guys will bring a bike in that's got 1,500 miles on it and it's 3 years old. Or
Yeah,
somebody
that's
buys
weird.
a motorcycle. I bought it. It's 10 years old, but it's only got 1,000 miles. I'm like, well, two things. One, that's great. Two, it's the worst thing for a bike is for it to sit for that long. You know, I mean, they want to be treated with kindness, just like a really, you know, good friend. I say friend because last time I said something got in trouble, right?
So now I was driving down at 126. I jumped off at Wells and I saw this big truck. It's in my garage. Had an arrow point.
Oh, that's me.
How do we get there? And let's talk a little bit about all the stuff you're putting up, because we want to get some more people looking at the YouTubes and all the videos you're doing, and sign up as friends and viewers of your broadcasts.
Well, I'm glad you're paying attention to what I talk about because you were trying to get it out there. But we have a pretty good social media presence. It's My Garage Ventura on Facebook as well as Instagram. I've been posting these shows. Pretty much, we do it live, and so I post the edited version, which is just getting rid of the nonsense in the front and back to get it to fit. Trying to get it on Instagram, but it's on YouTube. And we were going to go live stream today, but unfortunately, we have to have 1,000 subscribers, and I think we have a handful. So if you're listening, you got to go on YouTube and be a subscriber, whether you want to watch it or not. We're trying to get it so we can do this live.
And we're going to share it up on Facebook too, because 1,000 we should be able to achieve just in the group of
You have
people.
80,000 followers.
Yes, on
Yeah.
Facebook we have
Right.
80, maybe even a few more than that. I'll check it, but definitely we're at that level. And for a lot of people who do like to go out and have some fun, and when you're looking at something to do, and it's really, get a little more adventurous. The bucket list is getting a little cliche, but if you're looking at this beautiful land that we have here between LA, Ventura, and Santa Barbara counties, all the wonderful roads, the coast, PCH, going up Denison, and all the great rides you can take.
Yeah,
It's
beautiful.
kind of nice to look back in the days of maybe when you rode. You might have ridden dirt bikes back in the old days of Indian Dunes and that. You could bring this back into your life and do some riding. Like, did you take a little time out in your riding, or have you been
I did.
consistent?
No. I started riding when I went to UCLA for a summer program, and that campus is huge. So I sold my car and bought a bike. I bought a 400 RD Yamaha back then, just to get from one class to another. And then I stopped. Once we had kids, we stopped. When the kids went to college and came back, then we bought Harleys, because now you can enjoy that, right? I went on a nice, beautiful ride yesterday to the Santa Monica Pier in the evening. Like, we left about 4:00 in the afternoon, and it was just gorgeous. I mean, we are blessed. But I want to go back to what he's talking about with the contracts. If you have an issue like that, Jimmy, I think your clients should come over to the law office and have Richard or Charles Oakes look at those contracts, because that's all it is. It's a contractual obligation, and maybe put a little pressure on the insurance companies, because that's another thing that it is. It's an insurance company that's doing the warranty. The same thing in your motorcycle insurance policies. These aftermarket contracts that you purchase are normally like $3,000, and yet what are they spending on these custom bikes right now, Jimmy? An average of what?
I think on average they spend $5,000 to $10,000 over the span of them having it, of upgrades. And I like to tell stories, so some people out there are just rolling their eyes. But the thing of it is that this goes back, had a 2019, excuse me, can't even speak English today. 2017 Road Glide, and he, within like 2,500 miles, he had a problem with the oil pump. It's been a very common problem. Feel to look it up on the forums that are out there, and the engine blew up. So he had it fixed. At that point, he went out and had some custom work done to the engine. It blew up at 5,000 miles, and they've had several generations of the oil pump, and I'm not going to get into what happens and things of that nature, but it's a problem. And they basically, they were going to warranty it. It turned into a situation because now this is a lemon law buyback situation, because it could happen the third time because it's running there for the same thing for the second time. And the motor company instantly was like, we need to look at the ECM. So they took a shot of it. They looked at it, found out he had downloaded a TTS
What's
master
an
tune.
ECM for the lay public out there?
Engine control module. So the computer.
Okay.
And that basically stores all the information and controls everything. And they took a picture of that. And as soon as they found out that I had an aftermarket tuner, they instantly pointed to the fact that you cannot use an aftermarket tuner. You have to use theirs. And they voided his warranty and an extended warranty. And he fought it. and I don't know who he used, but in my opinion, I think the attorney probably wasn't that savvy and fought it the wrong way, because I would think if you have to use their tuner, that's a monopoly, okay, because they don't want anybody else using, somebody else's tuner. And then the thing of it is it's direct violation of the Magnuson-Moss Act, which the tuner has nothing to do with the oil pump. And the Magnuson-Moss Act is a law that's been around for several years, decades, and that basically you have to prove without a reasonable doubt whatever you did caused the demise of said part. And this is not just a California thing. I mean, this is a 50-state thing. When this thing first started happening, we thought it was only California, and then it was actually statewide. And there's ways around it to protect yourself, but realistically, you got to be really, really careful, because they're looking right now for whatever reason not to fix it. And it's unfortunate because they make more money having you pay to fix it, and then if you were to have the dealer, the warranty basically covers it. So.
Consumer protection attorneys is what you're looking for something like that.
And you guys could look over.
We could start with.
documents.
We could start. We've actually gone after dealers. We're not mentioning dealers for lemon law issues, and for us or for Richard, it allows him to receive attorney's fees in some of these fights. So it's good to always get an opinion of an attorney to do that. And you call 485-8888.
485-8888. If you were in a motorcycle accident, if you have an issue like that, it is essential that you get the experts and make that call and do it today. The other thing that's funny is you're speaking, it's amazing to think how many computers are in an automobile, and that has also been the life of a motorcycle for years. And not a motorcycle, but it's a different world as far as how engines and motors run these days.
Yeah, I mean, in the Harley Davidson, they actually have what they call CAN bus. Some people might call it multiplexing. Mercedes-Benz actually, I believe, and BMW kind of started it. It's only a handful of wires doing multiple jobs. But the thing of it is that you have other ways around it, and my big thing is that the motor company starts telling people things where, you buy a new motorcycle and they literally say, you have to bring it to us for the first 2 years to maintain your warranty, and that's not true. Anybody could do it.
Apparently, we have a question about a warranty.
Oh, well,
Let's
look at
get
that.
the question right now. Who's on the line? Bill, and what is your question?
How you doing, Bill?
Good morning, Bill.
Well, that's a good question, because we're just getting ready to touch on that a little bit. What are the odds? The thing of it is that you could do it yourself. You can take it to an independent shop such as My Garage in Ventura, or you could take it to the dealer. The thing of it is that that's another monopoly they're trying to create, and unfortunately, I think they prey on non-knowing individuals to tell them things like that, to say that, no, I have to take it to the dealer, they told me to do that. And then unfortunately they bring it to me for whatever upgrade or whatever we're doing, for me to say, no, you don't need to, because we're also an authorized service provider for the extended warranty that they offer, that you purchase. And we have our own tow truck, so we could tow it in, so there's nothing lost there. And you might have to pay a deductible, but we usually 99.9% of the time absorb that deductible. So you don't have to go to the dealer, because some people don't like dealing with the dealer. They want to buy the bike from them, and that's it. But we're there to take care of the extended warranty, which is after the first 2 years, as well as anything they need in between.
And the other thing I noticed very quickly is even with an automobile, because I don't have a bike, but the upsell. They suck you in to get you at the dealership, then all of a sudden, by the way, and they give you this list, because they're there just to sell you more, basically. And I always thought that was, can I say cheesy? That I'm here for one purpose, but then they say you got to have this, and this time. And I think that's one reason why they try to pull you back in.
Yeah, but I think the extended warranty is worth it. I mean, I have a 2019 CVO, and I have the extended warranty. I have the tire coverage. I have the battery coverage. So if you get a flat tire, we tow it in and you get a replacement. There's no charge. We take care of everything.
It's
you know?
worth it, but know that you can take it to my garage.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it's-
definitely worth it to get the warranty, but make sure you know
Extended
that you can
warranty.
Go. Yeah, the
Yes,
extended
correct, yeah.
warranty.
I also want to tell Bill that it doesn't make any sense for a dealer or anybody to sell you oil and parts for you to do your own oil change and then tell you, sorry, you changed your oil, we're not going to cover your warranty anymore, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like Jimmy said with cars, and it's true.
All right, how do we get in touch with you?
Well, to call the law office of Richard Francis and Associates, and by the way, a lot of people know Richard Francis because he was mayor here of the city of Ventura, and been now in Oxnard for 25 years, servicing the community. So call us at 805-485-8888. And I always say before it's too late, because sometimes Spence, people sign contracts when they come to us and go, this is what I signed. Well, it's too late.
Yeah.
You signed it.
Don't talk, don't admit anything, and get to the number again.
805-485-8888. And next week we're going to talk about motorcycle accidents and what to do in case of an accident.
And with the warranties, a great topic here. How do we find you, both on the internets and also your location?
Well, that's a mouthful. I got to think of all these things. Instagram and Facebook, My Garage Ventura. YouTube, My Garage Ventura. That was easy. And we're at 11107 Violetta Street in Satakoya, which is East Ventura. And our number is 805-983-6400. And Bill, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thank you, Bill. And let's get it up to 1,000. We're going to share it. Get me.
Yeah,
the
we'll go
video,
live.
and we'll put it right up there, and we'll be able to go live. 755 KVTA. Thank you, Bill.
The president has tweeted as part of another controversy.
Yeah, but make sure.
No,
To ban
No, it
flavored
wasn't.
e-cigarette and tobacco products.
What?
in
It
doesn't even
Ventura,
sound like Bill Howard.
And
It sounded like
firefighters
Bill
also
Howard.
found
It
that
wasn't a Bill Bill?
131-acre
Oh, his
brush
name's
fires
Bill.
have
Bill,
He
yeah,
said
right
his name
now
was
it
Bill,
was.
but he's thinking it's Bill Howard.
contained.
That's not Bill Howard.
Those stories and
It
more
sounded
coming
like
up
him.
on Newstalk 1590.
Yes, it really
If
did.
you call up Bill
So-
Howard, you ask him if he's
Make
listening.
sure you get that, and let's start.
Dow was down.
Well,
Get what?
NASDAQ
Get me
up
some
3,
video,
S&P
something that you're
500
doing.
Oh, I have your
So-
email. Yeah, I forgot what it was. I'm turned.